everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Anne, one half of the Sussex Handmade Soap Company, along with my good friend and business partner Wayne. Those of you who watched our last Tuesday video will have seen it was a video focused towards craft fairs and what to generally kind of expect if you are doing your first craft fair. Today we are just kind of elaborating on that a little, and we are just going to discuss the traders that you'll meet and the customers that you'll meet, because although you will meet so many different people at these events, there are often a lot of categories, almost stereotypical categories of people that you will meet, and they are all lovely bar one group of customers that I don't like, that we shall come to at the end of this video. But all other customers and traders I generally get on really well with. So we shall start with traders. Since doing fairs, we have met so many other traders, and I say we get on with almost all of them. They really are a lovely bunch of people. We generally find the craft fair and event community, everyone kind of supports each other a little bit. You can have a good bit of a chat with them, a bit of a laugh with them, and so it is really nice getting out there and seeing other traders. However, we have discovered, generally around 3 things that you will often hear from other traders. And if you are new to craft fairs, it can make you question yourself a little bit. So that you guys don't question yourself, let me tell you those 3 things. You will often hear, it's all right, but last year's event was better. Somehow, all the time, every event we go to, there'll be a trader that'll go, last year's event was better. And it got to the stage where we were wondering, why is every event last year better than this year? But I think it's just, I don't know if it's looking back with rose-tinted glasses or just how those specific traders have got on, but I'm not sure when they say last year was better, whether last year genuinely was better or if they're just kind of remembering it fondly. So if someone says last year was better, don't worry about it. Similarly, you will also hear, and you will often hear this when you're not having the best day, I'm doing really well today, I'm having the best day, I've taken loads of money, I've made loads of sales. And if you're there and you haven't done so well, it can be a bit disheartening and it can make you question yourself and make you wonder what you're doing wrong. You're doing nothing wrong. Maybe they have made more than you, maybe they haven't. They will have different expectations and different targets to you. So if someone says they're doing really well and you are not doing so well, just bear in mind their targets, their expectations will be better than yours, different to yours. And similarly, there'll be another day when you may well be doing better than them. So don't base your own day, your own turnover, your own success on what someone else is saying to you. And similarly, you will also hear, I'm having such a bad day today. I don't think I'm going to bother doing this fair again. It's just not working out. And again, you could hear that. Maybe it is a bad day for the fair. Maybe you're not having the best day either. Or maybe you are. Maybe you're having a fantastic day. But don't let the negativity of some other traders get you down. Because we speak, as I say, to so many traders and they are lovely, but sometimes if they're having a bad day, their negativity can sort of span across. And you don't want to let someone else's negativity bring you down as well. So just kind of, sympathise with them, but concentrate on your own day. Don't allow other people's sort of emotions, whether that be good or bad, influence you or affect your day, because the main thing is there will be different expectations. We sell low value items, so we don't expect to make as much money as somebody that is selling hugely expensive items. So what to us would be a good day, to somebody selling items that are, 20, 30 times the price of ours, what we make in a day is probably not so good for them. Moving on, you will also sometimes have traders that come over to your stand and they like what you've got and they ask if you want to trade. Now, if they have a stand selling something that you really want, chocolates, gin, delicious things, then by all means, if you want to trade, say yes. yes, trade with them. That's cool, that's good. If, however, they are selling something that you don't really have a need for, say it's like, I don't know, like, you know, dog blankets or something. I don't have a dog, I would have no need for a dog blanket. So if they're selling something that you don't need or you don't want, don't feel bad about saying no. You know, just be like, no, I'm really sorry, I don't want to actually trade today, I just want to sort of sell my goods and I'll come by your stall later, and if I like what you've got, I'll pay you cash as well. So don't feel compelled to trade just because somebody has suggested it. At the very start of our fair, I did trade a couple of times when I wasn't so into what the other person was selling, and I still have a couple of items that are not, you know, perhaps items that I would otherwise have bought. So now if I don't want to trade, I just, you know, politely refuse and say, no, thank you very much, you know, but not today, maybe another day. Almost all the traders we've met we got on really well with. Yeah, lovely bunch of people. So let's move on to customers. Now with customers, the crucial thing to remember is when you're talking to them about your products, it is the first time that they have actually been introduced to your company and introduced to your products. So although you might already have spoken to another 100 people earlier on that day and you feel like you are spouting the same repetitive stuff over and over again, just remember, your customer hasn't heard that before. So keep it fresh. Don't worry about sounding like a broken record and going over and over and over and over and over, because to them it's all new information. The only people that are going to have heard your pitch numerous times already are yourself, anybody that's helping you on your stall, and quite possibly the poor people standing on the pitches next to you, but then you've heard their pitch over and over again as well, so all's fair. So keep the pitch nice and fresh and remember it's the first time that they have heard it. Now, types of customer. Now, I just want to make it very clear here that I am a very personable person and I just generally love all of our customers, whether they buy stuff or not. I just generally get on with most of them. As I said earlier, there is one group of customers I don't especially care for. We shall get to them at the end. All other customers, all good, great, come and talk to me, I love it. There are some very stereotypical types of customer and I'm going to run through those now. Customer type number 1, the customer who wants to know absolutely everything. They will ask you about your ingredients, they will pick up your soaps, they will study your ingredients labels, you know, like they're going through it with a fine-tooth comb, and they will ask you questions. They might ask you where you source your oils from, what you use that's natural, why your products are so good. They basically want to know everything, and that's great. I love those customers because I love any chance I can to talk about my soap. And I haven't worked out if those customers are just really interested, which is cool, if they are fellow soap makers who perhaps are trying to catch me out, which again is fine because I have nothing to hide. Our soaps are certified, I know my product, and I believe in what I sell. So if somebody wants to try and catch me out, please do, because, you know, I'm open to a challenge. Also, they could be new soap makers who aren't quite sure how to do things and they want to kind of try and learn, but they don't want to tell you that they are new to soap making for whatever reason. For reference, if you ever are at my stall and you're interested in soap making, feel free to ask me questions and tell me why you're asking questions, because I will give you all the knowledge that I can. So, you know, but some people just don't like to say, do they? They just kind of like to kind of subtly find out. So I think the customer who wants to know everything is a mixture of all of those 3 types. The person who's really interested, the current soap maker who's trying to find out, you know, sneakily information, and perhaps the hobby or new soap maker who just wants to find out a little bit more about soap. It's cool. I will talk to you all day long about soap. No problems whatsoever. So now we are on to customer number 2. And customer number 2 generally goes a little bit like this. Oh, hi, yeah, I love your soaps. How much are they? Oh, hi, they are £5 each or 3 for £12. £5 each? I can buy 3 for £1 in the pound shop. Well, They're not quite the same as the pound shop ones, I've got to say. What's that in your hand there? This? Well, it's tea. Oh, where did you get that from? Over there, that food van. Do you mind if I ask how much it was? £2.50. Why? £2.50? Do you know you could buy a pack of 100 tea bags in Morrison's for less than that, and then you'd have 100 teas. Yeah, but that's not the same, is it? Exactly, it's not the same. If somebody is telling you that your soap is too expensive and comparing you to cheaper synthetic supermarket alternatives, please don't listen to them. They are not your target customer and they will never really understand, because if they're comparing your soap to a supermarket own brand, there is no comparison. That really is like comparing a Robin Reliant to a Ferrari. They are both cars, they will both get you from A to B, but there is no comparison. If you want the luxury and you want the quality, you have got to pay more for that. It's just the way life goes. And there are plenty of people out there who will be willing to pay more for your handmade items. So don't worry about those people that tell you you're too expensive, because unless every customer is coming up telling you you're too expensive, then you're probably not, and you're probably doing fine. And as long as there are people buying your soaps, loving your soaps, concentrate on those customers, not the ones who are expecting, you know, a luxury product at a bargain basement price. On to customer number 3. Customer number 3 is the bargain hunter. And by that I mean customer number 3 is the customer that will come along, pick up a few items and then say to you, "Can you give me any discount on these?" Now, do not feel obliged to say yes. There is absolutely nothing wrong with asking for a discount, you know, it doesn't faze me. If you don't ask, you don't get, as they say. For reference, I will tell you no if you ask me, because we already have our show offers and it would mess up my counts no end if I was to start giving discounts willy-nilly. But there is no harm in them asking. But don't feel bad about saying no. And I did at the beginning. When people used to ask for discount, I used to be like, oh God, I can't give them any. And I used to feel bad about saying no. Don't feel bad about saying no. It's your business. You've worked hard on this. If they want a discount and you don't want to give them one, chances are they'll probably still buy. If they don't still buy, never mind, somebody else will, and somebody else will buy at full price. So never ever feel pressured into giving discounts. The only exception to that rule that I have made once is when somebody came up to our stall and they wanted to buy, was it 40 or 50 bars of soap in one go? I broke my rules then and I did give them a little discount. But you know, 40, 50 bars of soap, that's exceptional, and that is, you know, fair enough. If you're buying that much, yeah, you can have a little discount. But, you know, on a standard few items, don't feel bad about saying no to discounts. Customer type number 4, the table ruffler. Ooh, handmade soaps, my favourite. What's this? Ooh, that smells really good. Yes. Oh, God, that smells so good. Oh, no, what's this? Oh, body butter, yes. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I dented it a little bit. Oh, soaps. Yeah, soaps are my favourite. Lavender. Yes, that's good. Oh, that's lavender too, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. What here? Oh, cedarwood. I've never tried cedarwood before. Smells good though. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah. These body butters are absolutely amazing. Oh, yeah, I like them. Oh, but your soaps. Oh, no, yeah, oops. Yeah, they are... Oh, sorry, I can hear my husband calling me. Yeah, thanks. The table ruffler. The table ruffler will come in, they will pick everything up, they will smell your soaps as if they want to consume them, they will squash them into their face, they will move everything. And I love it. Do you know why I love it? Because it shows that they are enjoying your product in their own, you know, way. They are engaging with it, they are touching it. And sometimes they'll buy and sometimes they won't. But, you know, I'd rather have somebody that really gets into the product than somebody that just doesn't seem to care. So I love it when people get enthusiastic and want to touch everything and smell everything. Obviously, at the minute, the touching and the smelling, there's less of that for obvious reasons. But prior to 2020, you know, when people were touching and smelling more, I just love it. And yeah, sometimes they leave the table in a little bit of a mess, but if it's a quiet day, that's kind of a bonus because it gives me something to do with a little bit of a tidy up. So I would never mind anybody getting in there and really getting to know my product and feel it and touch it and enjoy it. So yeah, table rufflers, they're all good. And customer number 5. Customer number 5 is the customer that has kids. And when I say kids, I mean sort of younger ones, maybe 5, 6 and under. And they will often come to the table and the kids will be picking up everything. They will be picking up the samples and smelling them and being like, "Mummy, Mummy, smell this." And the parent is often telling their kid to put stuff down and not touch, like a parent does. I do not mind in the slightest children touching and smelling my soaps. The only thing I like is that they've got clean hands. I don't like them having sticky fingers. That's not so great. But if they've got clean hands and they want to touch the soaps and they want to ruffle and they want to have a smell, in my mind there is nothing wrong with that. They are being enthusiastic. They are smelling your soaps. They are happy. So don't get too worried about kids playing with your stuff. It's a table, it's a soap, it can be reorganised later. And kids are really honest as well. Like, you want an honest opinion of what your soap smells like, a kid is going to give you that honest opinion. So I would love to welcome all kids to come and have a little sniff of my soap, a little, just let them join in. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Let them join in. And I always say to the parents, when the parents are like, "Oh, don't touch, I'm like, it's cool. If you don't mind them touching, I don't mind them touching. The table can be tidied. The parent's less stressed because they're not trying to watch their kid constantly. Then the parent can sort of look at your stuff a bit better. And, it all works out well. I mean, maybe I am the exception. Maybe other people don't like kids touching their stuff so much, but as far as I'm concerned, if they're touching the samples, those are samples. They're there to be played with, they're there to be smelt, they're there to be looked at. And adults are just as likely to drop soap samples as children are. Believe me, that has happened. And yeah, so just dive right in. Just, let the kids enjoy themselves. If you're happy with that, I'm happy with that. If you're happy with that, let the kids have their fun and you will get an honest opinion of your soap. And if they like it, the parents might even buy it for them. Yay! Now, customer number 6. And we like to affectionately dub customer number 6 the Arnie. Let me introduce you to the Arnies. Oh my goodness, handmade soaps. Yes, lovely. Oh, I love them. Oh, you do Buddy Butters as well. Even better. Oh, I'm going to be treating myself today. Oh, lavender is my favourite. Yes, yes, yes. I am totally going to buy some of these. These look absolutely amazing. I don't want to carry them around me all day, so I will go and have a look at some of the stalls over here first. Yeah. And then I'll be back. Now, sometimes they will come back, sometimes they won't. All I'm saying is do not rely on the Arnies actually coming back. There are many reasons they may not come back. They may have completely forgotten they wanted to come back. They may have spent all their money on someone else's stall. Or what I tend to feel is perhaps the most honest reason is that they never really intended on coming back in the first place, but saying I'll be back and then leaving is kind of, I suppose, to them perhaps a polite way of excusing themselves from your stall and leaving, because some people can feel like, a little bit awkward perhaps about leaving after they've had a lovely chat with you and they haven't bought anything. So, it's cool. I say some people will come back, some people won't. Don't rely on them and do not question yourself over why they haven't come back. It's just one of those things and it happens at every single craft fair. So don't stress on it. So I did say there was one customer type that I don't like. And as you would have seen so far, I generally like pretty much everyone. I'm not hard to please. But there is one customer group that I do not like and I have little time for. Thankfully, this customer type I think we've run into maybe once or twice the entire time we've been doing fairs. But that is the customer that is rude. And I mean rude for no reason. And by rude, I don't mean asking for a discount. That's not being rude. That's just someone trying their luck. And I don't mean somebody sort of ruffling around your stall and leaving stuff sort of mixed up. Again, I don't see that as rude. That's just somebody enthusiastic rummaging through your stall. What I mean by rude is somebody who just says stuff that there is no need to say. One example that springs to my mind is from over a year ago now. We were doing a fair, it was an indoor craft fair, and this woman walked into the room. There was 3 of us, it was in a little room. All the stalls were in different little rooms, so our little room had about 3 or 4 stalls in it. And this woman walks into our room, and she sort of looks at us, and just sort of, I don't know, almost glares at us, and then she just announces, nice and loudly, "It stinks in here, I can't possibly go in this room," and she just turned around and walked out, and it's like, do you know what? There's no need for that. Okay, maybe, you know, our soap did smell a little strong for you, but there's no need to be rude. There's no need to loudly announce it to everyone and then storm out. If you don't want to come into the room, just turn around and leave. Really, is there a need to be rude like that? I don't think there is. If you encounter rude customers like that, please just brush them off, have a laugh about them and forget about it, because there are just some people that seem to enjoy being rude for no reason. Or maybe she'd been having a rubbish day and had other stuff going on. Maybe we should give her the benefit of the doubt and say that. Perhaps she was just having a bad day. But either way, I don't like rude customers because there is no need for it. And I have very little patience with people that are rude for no reason. So that is the only customer type that I'm not keen on, and thankfully we have only had to encounter them, I say, once or twice in our entire craft fair career. So they are a rare breed of people indeed, thankfully. And customer number 8 is not so much of a customer as just a person that makes me laugh each and every time they come to our stall. And if you do craft fairs and if you've done any events, I would absolutely bet money that you have experienced this customer too. So let me introduce you to our 8th and final customer group. Is this cheese? I don't think there is a single event we have been to where we haven't been asked those 3 immortal words. Is this cheese? Cheese. 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 It's not cheese. It's really not cheese. And it's not fudge either, you know. We get so many customers. They walk up, it's like they're making a beeline for the stall. And then they get within a couple of feet of it and they just stop dead and they go, "I thought it was cheese." And then they turn and they walk away. They make me laugh. I mean, I don't know how easy it is to confuse it with cheese. Obviously, pretty easy. And I would bet that, I say, you guys out there that sell have also experienced the same thing, because it really can't just be us. It cannot be. So, yeah, if you start selling, wait for the cheese confusers. That is all of our customer types that we're going to run through today. I say they're all great. There's so many different kinds of people you meet at craft fairs. They will make you laugh. Some of them will confuse the heck out of you, but they are the vast majority lovely, lovely people, and they make doing what we do even more fun than it would otherwise be. So, thank you for watching today's video. Join us on Friday for another soap making video, or join us on Tuesday for another behind the scenes business video. Enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend. Please do like and subscribe to our channel if you like it. That always really helps us and really means a lot. Do leave a comment. Tell us your craft fair experiences if you're a seller. Let us know funny stories, things that have happened to you, people you've encountered, because it's just nice to share funny stories and things like that. Let us know if you've had the cheese comment too. I want to know that I'm not the only one that gets the cheese comment. But yeah, until then, enjoy the rest of your week and we shall see you next time.